Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. This coronavirus has gotten very, very out of hand. Hey YouTube, it's Amber here and I'm back with another video. So last time that I was on camera, I made a video talking about my near-death experience. There was a lot of things that I happened to miss out on while talking in that video. There was so many things and bits and pieces to it. I couldn't remember everything, and unfortunately I can't write it down because I still my hands and stuff still work pretty bad, and as well as my vision, it sucks. It just doesn't work. But one important thing that I wanted to reiterate in this video is that I did write in text that I coded 3 times, but I never actually said it in the video. And for any of you guys who don't know what that means, pretty much that means I technically died like 3 times. That means when your heart stops, and I had to get resuscitated 3 times. While resuscitating me, the last thing that they do before they pronounce you dead, they had to take out my heart and literally pump it in their hand, like something you'd see in Grey's Anatomy, to get it going again. I just thank those surgeons so much because they literally saved my life. Because if that wouldn't have worked, that would have been it for me, and that would have been the end of everything. And I really sit here and think about, gosh, what would it have been like if I had passed away? What would have I left behind in this world, and what would have people remembered me as? I did have a little bit of sense of that when I was in the hospital. I know a lot of people were writing and reaching out to me, reaching out to my best friend, writing sweet messages to my mom, and everybody. The amount of love I received was just so overwhelming, and I can't even, because everybody knows that I'm a good person. I was a good girl. I just happened to be caught up with not the right person. And I will be making a video about that too, guys. So stay tuned about that, about hanging out with the wrong people and how that can affect your energy and stuff. But I honestly felt like God kept me on earth for a purpose. He knew I had a job to do. He knew my job here on earth was not finished. And I really believe that's why he spared me my life literally 3 times. It's unfortunate, but I believe that my purpose on earth is to help touch and inspire people, and he knew that, and that's why he wanted me to live, to be able to tell my story, to help reach out to others as well. And that's why I want to get into motivational speaking and advocate for gun violence, and just going around spreading my story, telling it to patients in the hospitals and teenagers, and just everybody I can help touch. So I say that to say this: how would you want to be remembered when it's your time to go? Would you have fulfilled your purpose here on earth? You know, Kobe Bryant passed away in January, and I think about the legacy he left behind, and that he will forever be remembered as one of the greatest basketball players that had ever lived. And that's such a great legacy, and that's how his friends, his family, his wife, his kids will always remember him as, and they'll always remember him as a good husband, father, basketball player, coach. It's just so many things, and he was genuinely a good person. And I would like people to remember me as genuinely a good person. So think about how you treat others and how others are viewing you. You wouldn't want people to go to your funeral and be like, oh, well, that person deserved it. They weren't doing no good with their life. They were just out here doing reckless stuff. They didn't care about their life anyways. Like, they were a bad person. They were mean. They were rude. You don't want people saying those bad stuff about you. Make a lasting impression on people so that they don't forget you. And I really feel like I have that with everybody I meet. I feel like I have a lasting impression on everybody, and as a very sweet girl, and I think everybody genuinely knows that's how I am. I have a big heart. I can't help it. I just do. And unfortunately, sometimes that attracts the wrong people, and I just gotta know who and not to hang out with. But think about it, guys. Think about how you would want to be remembered if you were to leave Earth, whether it be today, tomorrow, or 5 years from now. If you don't like the way that you think people would think of you as, maybe you should think about doing things differently in your life. Maybe you should think about trying to turn your life around, and so you can be not remembered as this person who's just out here doing bad things, but think about, oh, well, this person was trying to get their life straight and they ended up turning around and doing good for themselves and ended up doing this, ended up doing that. I just have this good things to say. Look at Nipsey Hussle, for instance. He's a perfect example about how he was a rapper, he was in the streets, and then he turned a rapper, and now well, at the time he was helping out his community. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he left behind a good legacy, and that's why people respected him so much, because he was doing so much for his community, and that's how he will forever be remembered as. And I think that's just amazing, and I want to leave behind a legacy that all I wanted to do was help my community and help people who are in situations like me. You know, it really puts things in perspective when you have to go through a near-death experience, but now I can be a little bit more wiser when I think things through. And now I can say I have my life a little bit more put together than I did back then. And that's why I really say that, unfortunately, it took all of this to happen to me, but all of this was just a blessing in disguise. And I know that God's gonna continue to keep blessing me each and every day. I have a testimony. I'm here on earth for this reason, for a reason. And I know why. I believe I know why now. And I thought I was never gonna know why, but I really believe I know why now. Like I said, please take the time to reflect on how you're treating others and what you're doing with your life and how you want to be remembered when you leave this earth, because once you go, that's it. There's no coming back from death. That's what you leave behind. What you do is what you leave behind. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks.